Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today we're going to be doing a really fun reading on the 888 Lionsgate portal, which is coming up August 8th. It's a really fascinating time, and I definitely equate and feel it's in the teachings of the Age of Aquarius, where we just are like aware and awake and participating in a really conscious level. We are seeing, thinking, hearing, feeling, evaluating, all from a beautiful heart introspective. You know, it's not judgmental, it's not criticism, there's no rush. It really is a purifying and restorative, replenishing time, as well as just feeling placid and calm and cool. It takes on a whole nother kind of atmosphere where we just feel good about where we are and where we're at, knowing that everything is temporary and we shouldn't hang on to things, notions, ideas, materialistic goods, because it just doesn't serve our purpose anymore. We're going day to day, moment to moment. And I realized this morning too when I was having a conversation. My higher self spoke to me during this conversation. It said, "Are you here? Are you really listening? What did they just say to you?" And I pulled myself back in, because it's one of the deepest and richest way we can honor a family member or anybody else who is speaking to us, is to truly listen, slow down, turn off our brain that's thinking about what we're cooking for dinner, what we're doing later, and being 100% aware. I want to show you who's visiting right now. A little friend. Hello, Zeus. That's Moonbeams, who always comes every time I do a read with my crows that are up in the tree. He'll land in a second, and I'll take a picture of him. They're my animal totems and friends. I am excited when they come. I get really excited that they want to share their time with me, and the crows are especially berserkers. Look at, well, I'll call Moonbeams. Moonbeams, look at you, beauty. I don't know whose cat this is or where it comes from. It doesn't have a collar or ID, but I love it, and pretty much just lives in my yard and hangs out, and I feed her, and we have conversations and such. So again, you guys, getting back to the 888 portal, I'm going to post some things over on Patreon regarding that too. I just feel like it's a huge gateway of light, which is funny how that came in. You know, we just reside in a place of calm, love, and understanding, as opposed to get more, do more, be more. You know, I was thinking of this really deeply this morning, why I don't transition well into, if I'm reading and studying and then I have to go out and get things, whatever, worldly goods, food, the like. You know, it's like I don't transition well. My heart starts to increase. I start to anticipate a kind of rush and hurriedness within myself. So today I was able to just ground and go. Every time you go out, you have great interactions with people. You laugh, you get excited about what you're doing. So what is the problem here? And then all of a sudden I just felt better. All this calm came in, this tranquility. That's kind of the word of this 888 portal, tranquility. We are ready for it big time. So here's our choices, you guys. Number 1 is Mother of the Sea. Number 2 is Gateways of Light. And number 3 is Father of the Sky. So I can't keep my hand there for very long, because Moonbeams tries to chase my hand around and get attention and get pettings when I do that. Okay, you guys, so we're going to start with number 1. And again, blessings to all you guys, and, you know, cyber hugs. And thank you so much for all your love and support and your comments. I read every single one. And I have just, today is Hagen's birthday, and he's just eating some of his special stuff right now, and he wants to be on his computer. He's 17. He's absolutely amazing. It's the 31st today, so this might not air till tomorrow. And I feel really good because I went out and I got him his favorite lunch. I got him some great funny balloons and the rest of his presents. And tonight we're going to have his favorite food and company, and we're going to play cards and relax and just have a nice time. And the energy is just really good, and I'm really excited. So you guys, we are going to start with Mother of the Sea. Now, this is about divine feminine, queen, and creation. This is the infinite flow of sustenance, letting ourselves know, the universe letting us know we're always going to have what we require and need. Deep need creates a kind of lack mentality when we're always, I'll be happy when I have that house, I'll be happy when I have that love, I'll be happy when I have A, B, and C. Simply not true. Happiness should and always resides in the now, and can be ever existing if we focus on it, right? Like, I don't need a lot of extra anything. I feel like the simpler my life is, like if I'm just in a chair outside with nothing going on, I really am at my most harmonic, my calmness, my most tranquil state because I can hear animals, I'm grounding, and I get to just relax. I don't get overburdened with stuff. And sometimes I have a hard time in my workshops, in the house, with just stuff everywhere because I always want to clean, organize, get stuff done. So this is about serenity and relaxing. So again, I feel like you're going to have this constant inspirational current going, and you're going to feel really multifaceted and ready for new change. You're ready to speak up for what you want and whatever you're feeling, and embrace your divinity that's within you. You know, it may be time to release, self-nurture, or have a deep rest. I needed this yesterday, and I just gave in this kind of sweet surrender. I had a toothache, my head hurt, everything was going like physically wrong because I had pushed myself too far. I knew there was a lot of stuff I needed and wanted to accomplish for Patreon, amongst other things. So I just kept going and going, and I thought, you know, that's not really a healthful, balanced way to proceed, because you're stretching yourself thin. So then I just took a breath and I thought, what will be good for me? So I want to find out where some of your attention will be heading and how it will benefit you. So 6th house of craft. This often comes in with one of these beautiful cleansing energies and time vortexes, as we just decide time to overhaul work, health, details of your well-being, diet, what is coming into your system, service, daily rituals, contributions, organizations, purification. That I feel is going to be huge for you. Again, your apprentices, your methods, how you go about things, how you instill calm and peace in your day, how you can have good things transpire constantly through focused intention. That's going to be really big for you. And I feel like you're going to be able to do that by going, listen, I'm going to simplify. I do not need to have some cosmic list a mile long. One thing at a time. When I look around my house, what is the first thing I notice that needs to change? Is there massive dust bunnies everywhere? Is there an accumulation of old magazines, winter coats, boots, shoes everywhere? I see just lots of newspapers and flotsam and excess of things that aren't necessary. So getting rid of that, it lightens a load, and it's restful on the eye to see clear surfaces. So I feel like that's going to be taking place. Again, to internally cleanse as well. Too much sugar, too much salt, any of that sets us off balance. We chemically get almost like inebriated by garbage, and it sets us off center. So cleansing with that too. And, you know, again, I love sugar and all those goodies, and I really have to refrain because I go to extremes with it, and then, you know, I'll get a stomach ache because I love candy. I'm like a 5-year-old. But again, it's like one of those things. But again, daily rituals, you're really going to be improving because you're taking note of what's working, and you're having that be implemented as part of your habit. And you notice what isn't working and is a time waster, makes you feel bad, and you're going to discard that. And that's huge, because it's so easy to just, let's go habitual, let's go in this pattern, let's do this over and over and over. It hasn't killed us. And then all of a sudden we don't feel good, we don't know why, but now you're identifying very quickly what it is you don't want. It could be people, places, things, all of that, certain foods, and you're going to be able to eliminate that really beautifully. And again, a gorgeous holistic approach to healing yourselves with crystals, lots of water, breathing, all of those, and really participating in your own health in a really great way, group 1. So that's you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, you guys, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, I get back to you within 48 hours. Come see me on Instagram. I'm having a giveaway, a bunch of jewelry you get to pick from, and I do those every week. So if you subscribe over here and then you follow me over there, you're automatically entered. And I want to thank everybody that participates, and they get excited, and then they're so gracious to the winners. There'll be dozens and dozens of congratulations. It's really great energy, and I appreciate you guys for that. So now we're on to number 2, which is the gateways of light. This is about infinite, unlimited access to your divine mind. And we always have that. Sometimes we forget. And the only reason I think we do that is because we get inundated with too much ego noise, you know. Oh, you would appear really cool if you did this. Oh, if you're just a little bit extra, if you compete with this person, if you outdo this or that, that's what happens. But as soon as we discard that ego and we listen to soul, right away we are tapped into that divine mindset. What is the next best thing I can do that is caring and sharing and loving for myself and others? This is higher consciousness. This is potential, and this is your intellect. So I feel that when you have a shared vision with your divine mind and you have devotion to personal growth, you are going to pave a gateway of light into your divine mind, saying, okay, I know if I do this and say this, it is very healing and helpful and warm and loving and corrective, as opposed to abrasive or acidic or mean. We don't need to do that, but we are so used to doing that, right? Digs when we're young, like people saying something, we get defensive. To not be defensive always puts you in a stronger, grounded setting, because people can't set you off balance, because what they do say and have isn't important to you. It's what you do say and have, right? It doesn't matter their energy, their lane, whatever they're doing. And if they have a proclivity to try to annoy you or criticize you, that's just a projection. That's just an insecurity within themselves. The most bullying and insecure people are the ones that tend to be the most critical. So I actually have more sympathy and empathy for them than I do harbor any ill will, right? It's just people, they could come from combative families. I mean, I had a neighbor when the kids were young, and one of the sons was just super violent. He would be playing a game, and if somebody was doing better than him and they were playing baseball, he'd go up to him with a baseball bat and hit him in the knees. Like, it was crazy. We always had to kind of keep an eye on things. And instead of, like, you know, and some of the animosity was turned towards my kids when they were in the games too, but instead of being hostile, whatever, I would just go and get the parent and say, listen, A, B, and C happened. But I could see within the family unit that there was some discord and there were some problems. And what happens is, we're not here to judge, but kids interpret energy from parents and family members a different way, and it can create hostility. And so when they're critical or people are harsh to you, just know they probably come from a not great environment that they were situated in. It's not to say that the parents are doing something wrong, just energetically the exchanges aren't always optimal, you know. And it's one of those things that you're going to have this beautiful cleansing of your aura, and anything that conceals your inner light is now going to dissipate and go away, and you're going to unveil your soul's aspirations and really magnify your spiritual awareness, which is all this 888 is about. Like, oh, I am in tune to that. I am aware. It's a moment-to-moment beautiful existence where we see, feel, and hear everything with our five senses. We're utterly alive. I'll give you an example. Right now, I just said, pay attention to every last detail that you can. I feel the sun is shimmering through the trees in certain areas, so different areas of my feet and body and shoulders feel warm. I hear like 5 different bird calls, so I have very many birds out there. I'm looking at my zany freaking moonbeams, just looking around to see where to go, and I just feel the temperature is beautiful. It's like 70 some odd degrees. It's ideal temperature right now, and I feel, again, I feel restful and calm because I'm noticing now. I am not down the road. I am not putting birthday candles in Hagen's cake yet. I'm not planning or doing or going, and that happens the moment I pretty much step outside. So I feel like grounding and earthing will be very helpful to you too within this. All right, let's pull where some of your major energies are going to be too. The 11th house. So this is about friendships, group creativity, community, humanity, startups, common goals, festivals, discoveries, all of this. You're going to really have enriched group activities, great rich friendships, bringing in kindred spirits, you know, working for humanitarian places as well. You know, oftentimes when the world is recovering from a turmoil state like it is, it needs all kinds of good earth representatives in little ways. Even if you're just posting on social media, hey, I heard about this thing, and it's a good news, because good news, just like bad news, can be contagious, and it can change a mood for better, for worse, right? So whenever I see anything that's very inspiring, like I saw this thing on Instagram of the boyfriend who was shaving his girlfriend's hair because she had cancer, and he was shaving it, and right before he did the last shave, he took the razor and he shaved his head like right in front of her, and it was really touching, and she started to cry, and I thought, I love people that have solidarity and love and affection for their mates and family members and other people. It's very touching, and it is very contagious, and that's kind of what's going on with you. Like, people are standing up and they're rooting for you for your cause. I feel like a lot of you guys, you're looking to start a new business, you're going to school, you're finishing up school, that people are going to come together or gather around you and really want to support you and help you in your endeavors. And it's going to enrich your life and your confidence and how you feel, because you're emanating that kind of beautiful energy that's very receptive and very calming and saying, yeah, we are all connected, and they will feel that, as will you. So it'll create this beautiful kind of solidarity for you, group 2. Beautiful energy. Yeah. Good friendships. That's your key word right here. Good friendships, love, and, you know, just mutual adoration and people just feeling good around each other, releasing anger and increasing harmony in your life. Beautiful. So now we're on to number 3, you guys, Father of the Sky. So I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. And this is very true for a lot of light workers and kindred spirits of humanity that want the best for everything. You do feel like Atlas carrying the world on your shoulders. Like, you don't want to see anybody that is having mental anguish, that is in pain, and you really just think, if I could just help one more person. I always think of this as kind of like Schindler's List. Remember when he's like, I still had a car that could have been 3 people, that sort of thing. Like, you just go and go and go, but you have to remember you're in human form. You need to replenish and look for joy and light to feed yourself as well. So don't go crazy. But this also says, you know, you are creating miracles in your life. Many people with abundant funds need your goods and your services that you have to offer. So a lot of light workers, tarot readers, healing, rituals, all of that. People are in need of that, and you consciously create circumstances to fulfill your dreams and your destiny. You're open to abundance and recognize the value in your work, great and small, right? We don't need applause. We don't need something grandiose. We don't need lights, camera, action kind of BS. A simple thank you, I feel better today, suffices, right? You feel good. Oftentimes it's just somebody being heard. I was made aware of this really unique, cool woman, and she started this group, and it was just called Let's Talk or something like that. And she just put the word out, if you want to express something and you don't feel like you have family or friends that listen to you, I'll listen to you. She had 2 people that came in, 2 dudes, and then they just sat around and they shared feelings. And then it grew so fast, it ended up being a center. It was like the epicenter for people that wanted to come and express, and great conversations and rich interactions were taking place. And I thought, that's amazing. And I love the fact now that we have the internet and people do it through that way too. But to sit in like a coliseum and just talk and chat about everything that started with 3 people, I thought that is amazing. So get ready for your abundance, because I feel like that's where a lot of it is. And oh, look at this. You also have the answers to your prayers and affirmations being fully realized in the winter months. So this is saying, you know, whatever you're starting, if you're waiting for, like, you know, an economic upswing and some monetary abundance, that it's coming, or to get an okay for something, or if some of you guys are trying to get a diploma in something, furthering your education, whatever you're doing, that you're going to be able to have your answers in the winter months, so you don't have to be worried about that. And I feel like you also have a beautiful download of insights coming into you. So let's see, I want to see what your overall influence is, and that's the numinous, which is mystery. And I love this, one of my favorite cards, because this talks about the unknown, extrasensory perception, your psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truths, oneness, source, ghosts, other worlds, inner knowing, shadow work, enigmas, the occult, all of this. A lot of you guys are beginning studies in this, and or you have been doing this for some time. You are going to have some amazing and colossal breakthroughs with the 888 portal. Things that were, you know, yet unseen or understood are going to be made crystal clear to you. All of a sudden, it's like just all the jumble and junk and fog are removed, and it's just like it's just sitting there in black and white in front of you. This happens to me when I step back, I meditate, and I turn everything off, including my mind. I listen to calming music, jazz, and I consciously make a decision not to let any thought that isn't bright or healing come in. And then all of a sudden I just get all these messages that quantify why I'm doing this, what I'm working towards, what a breakthrough for a lot of people. Like, I'll have clients that will be having an issue, and I'm like, well, what's the perfect kind of, how can I edify the strength when they're going on a good cycle? You know, that all of a sudden I will hear the perfect phrases that is necessary for them, because again, I'm plugged into this. And that is the numinous, because it is a mystery where this comes from. When it comes from source and it comes to us, why it comes at those times, we don't know. And it's always like, I'm not going to look a gift cosmos horse in the mouth. If it comes, it comes. And I always immediately show gratification. This happened to me today. I was running around and I was going to get Hagen's birthday lunch and get all this stuff. And I thought I would really love a beautiful plant, big bamboo plant for him. And then I drove by the store and I remembered that they had phenomenal stuff there. And it was on the way. It was so easy. I pulled in there. I found everything I needed. Breezed through the drive-through to get lunch. Couldn't believe it. Normally there's a line around the block. All green lights. I noticed that was one thing very specific. On the way they were all green lights, and I thought the universe is helping me today, because yesterday I almost had like a mini breakdown where I got scared. I had toothache, headache. I was really scared I wasn't going to be able to function good today, and I wanted to be available and be able to do all these things, and I'm rarely ever feeling unwell, and it was like, just take a nap and just stop everything. And then when I woke up like early in the evening yesterday, I immediately felt better. I just pushed myself a little too hard. And this often happens for a lot of us pre-game something going on the day before Christmas, the day before Easter, the day before a birthday. We inundate ourselves with way too much information, sky high insane expectations, and it can drain us, right? So this is saying, hey, let the universe provide the answers and the help. Let it just come and flow and be with you. And that's what's going to happen when it comes to work, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to money. It's just going to arrive. You're setting this, you're kind of setting it adrift and saying, I trust you, universe. This is what I want. Here's my wish list. Creating a healthy detachment and then letting it just flow back to you. Big successes in this, because this is your overarching energy to the Prince of Cups. You're going to be having people that are offering you emotional support, love, companionship, and just a beautiful, kindred spirit that's arriving for you too. And I feel like you're ready for that, group 3. Yeah, a lot of stuff like, don't put so much heaviness on you. You are doing the best you can with what you have where you are, and you don't need to pressurize your life, because everything's just going to flow beautifully for you, group 3. So that is you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you guys need a private read, I get your reading back to you within 48 hours. And my Etsy store, everything else is down there if you want to come support on Patreon. And I'd love for you to come over on Instagram, because I'm having a great jewelry giveaway over there. And if you subscribe over here and you follow me over there, you are automatically entered every week in every single contest that there is. And thank you guys for supporting my creations over on Etsy and your great feedback. I appreciate that. It was the first thing that was on my phone this morning. Something arrived for one of my clients, and they were over the moon, and it was really nice to hear, because I get so excited about crystals and gems and jewelry. And yesterday I made this piece out of carnelians and blue agates, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, I would snatch that up in a second if I saw it. And it took me a while to conceive the idea, because I was like, does the structure and colors really combine? And then I was really working with it, and it just came out really symmetrical, gorgeous, and popping. And it's those things, you're going to have those moments too. Creativity, just soar and have fun, and don't judge yourself and don't compare yourself, because you're just going to have this lovely breezy time of it, and you deserve it. So love and light.